There's a number printed on the letter Social Security mailed you this winter, your 2026 raise, about $56 more a month for the average retiree. And there's a second number, the one Medicare almost never puts in the same envelope. This year, the standard Part B premium jumped to $202.90, up almost $18 in a single year. So for the average person, roughly a third of that raise is already gone before it reaches your bank. For millions more, it's half. And for some of you, every last dollar of it, plus a little extra you'll owe on top. Nobody from Social Security is going to call and explain that gap to you. So stay with me, because near the end, I'll show you the one line on your notice that tells you exactly how much they took and the form that can hand part of it back. Welcome back, and if you just found this channel, you're in the right place. Every single week, we break down the Social Security and Medicare changes that hit your actual check in plain English before they catch you off guard. If that's useful, subscribe, because these numbers shift every year and nobody mails you a warning. And don't just take my word for any of it. Every figure I'm about to give you came straight off the government's own pages, and I've put those links down in the description so you can check me yourself. Good. Let's get into where your raise actually went. Let me start with the raise itself, because the headline sounds great. In October, Social Security announced a cost of living adjustment of 2.8% for 2026. On the average retirement benefit, which sits right around $2,000 a month, that works out to about $56 more. 71 million people are getting it. And for 1 week in January, that number looked like a win. Here's the part that doesn't make the headline. A raise is only a raise if you get to keep it. And the same government that just handed you 2.8% has another bill landing in the very same month, with its hand already out. That bill is Medicare Part B. This is the first group I want to talk to directly. The regular middle-of-the-road retiree. The person whose benefit is somewhere near that $2,000 average. For 2026, the standard Part B premium is $202.90 a month. Last year, it was $185 even, so it climbed $17.90 in 1 year. That's nearly a 10% jump on a premium. In a year, your raise was 2.8%. Now do the subtraction in your head. $56 in, almost $18 right back out. You're keeping about $38. The premium increase alone just ate roughly a third of your raise, and you never wrote a check because Medicare takes it straight out of your Social Security before the money ever touches your account. That's why it feels invisible. It is invisible. By the time you see your deposit, the math is already done to you. So that's the average. A third, gone. But the title of this video says half, and I meant it. So let me show you exactly who that's true for, because it's not everybody, and I'm not going to pretend it is. This part is for the lower benefit folks. If your check isn't near $2,000, if it's more like $1,300 or $1,400 a month, watch what happens. 2.8% of $1,400 is only about $39. Your raise was smaller to begin with, because it's a percentage. But the Part B increase is a flat $17.90 for you, the same as the wealthy guy down the street. 39 in, almost 18 out. You just lost nearly half your raise, and the lower your benefit, the worse that ratio gets. This is the quiet unfairness baked into the whole system. The raise is a percentage, so it shrinks for people with less. The premium is a flat dollar amount, so it lands like a hammer on the people who can least afford it, same $18. Very different pain. Now, a fair question, and somebody's already typing it. What about the people right at the bottom? Do they lose everything? And the answer is no, and there's an actual reason. And it's one of the only pieces of good news in this whole story. It's called the hold-harmless rule. Here's what it does in plain terms. The law says your Part B premium increase, in dollars, cannot be larger than your Social Security raise, in dollars. They are not allowed to make your net check go down. So if you're one of the lowest benefit recipients, the people whose monthly check is around $639 or less, your raise this year was so small that the full $17.90 would have pushed you backward. Hold Harmless steps in and caps your premium increase so it can't. Your raise gets completely eaten. You net basically nothing, but you don't go negative. About 4 million people lean on that rule this year. Quick honest question while we're here. Which state are you watching from? Drop it in the comments because Medicare premiums are federal. But a lot of the help that softens this is run state by state, and it tells me whose rules to dig into next. But here's the group the headline number completely hides. Here's who actually loses all of it, and then some. If you had one good income year, lean in, because this one is built to catch you. This is the anchor of the whole video, so stay with me. There's a second Medicare charge most people have never heard of until it shows up. It's called IRMAA, the Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. Try to ignore the bureaucratic name and just hear what it is. It's a surcharge. If your income is above a line, Medicare adds money on top of that standard $202.90 premium every single month. And here's the trap that makes it so cruel. The income they're looking at isn't this year's. It's your tax return from 2 years ago. Your 2026 premium is based on your 2024 income. So picture this. You're an ordinary retiree now. But back in 2024, you sold a house, or you did a big Roth conversion, or you took one large withdrawal, or your spouse was still working before you both retired. For 2026, the first IRMAA line sits at $109,000 for a single person and $218,000 for a married couple filing together. Go even $1 over that line, and you don't pay a little more. You jump to the first surcharge tier, and your Part B premium goes from $202.90 to $284.10 a month. That is more than $81 a month, every month, on top of the standard premium. Now put the raise next to it. Your raise was $56. That one surcharge tier just took $81. You're not down a third. You're not down half. You are $81 in the hole. The raise is vaporized, and you're paying for the privilege, all because of a number on a tax return you filed before you even retired. And this is a cliff, not a ramp. $1 over the line triggers the whole thing. A person at $108,999 pays the standard premium. A person $1 higher pays $1,000 more for the year. Hold that thought, because near the end I'll show you the form that can undo this exact situation. It's the most important thing in this video. Before I get to that form, I want to talk to the couples for a second, because IRMAA is meaner to you than almost anyone. When you file jointly, that surcharge is charged per person, not per household. So if both of you are on Medicare and your joint 2024 income crossed that $218,000 line, you don't pay one surcharge. You each pay it. 2 checks, 2 surcharges, double the bite. I've seen couples lose well over $2,000 in a single year to this, sometimes far more in the higher tiers. And the reason most never see it coming is that the income that triggered it was a one-time thing, years in the rearview mirror, a house sale, an inheritance that got invested, a final big year of work, the money's long spent, the surcharge stays. Have you ever opened a Medicare letter and seen a premium that made no sense for the money you actually live on now? Tell me below. I promise you are not the only one, and your story might be the nudge somebody else needs to fight it. So let me pull this together before I lose anyone, because this is the part to remember. The same raise, the exact same 2.8%, hits 3 people 3 completely different ways. The average retiree near $2,000 a month keeps about $38 of their $56, because the premium jump alone takes a third. The lower benefit retiree near $1,400 keeps maybe $20, because a flat premium increase eats nearly half of a smaller raise. And the retiree whose old income crossed an IRMAA line keeps nothing and goes backward, because a surcharge tied to a 2-year-old tax return swallows the whole thing and then some. One raise, 3 very different checks, and not one of those people got a phone call explaining which one they were. If you know somebody on Medicare, especially somebody who retired in the last couple of years, screenshot this part and send it to them right now, because the 2 years ago income trap is exactly the kind of thing that hits good, careful people who did nothing wrong. Okay, the action part. This is what you actually do, and the order matters, so let me walk you through it. Step 1. When that letter comes from Medicare, usually late in the year, do not just file it, read it. There is a line on your annual notice that states your Part B premium for the year. If that number is the standard $202.90, you're paying the base, no surcharge. If it's higher, $284.10 or more. That's IRMAA. And the letter will say it's based on your income from 2 years back. That one line tells you instantly whether they're charging you extra and why. Step 2. Log into your account at ssa.gov, the official one, and look at your benefit breakdown. It shows your gross benefit, then every deduction coming out, including the exact Part B amount. Now you can see your real net, not the headline raise, the actual money. Step 3, and this is the big one, the form I promised. If you're being hit with that income surcharge, but your income has actually dropped because you retired, your spouse passed, you got divorced, you stopped working, that is what they call a life-changing event, and there is a form to fix it. It is Form ssa-44. You file it with proof that your current income is lower, and Social Security can recalculate your premium based on what you make now, instead of what you made 2 years ago. People skip this constantly because nobody hands it to them. It exists, the warning does not. If approved, they can even pay you back for the months you overpaid. One form, hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars a year. That's the whole game. Now I have to put a hand on your shoulder about one more thing, because this exact topic is a scammer's favorite season. When premiums and raises are in the news, the phone calls start. Someone calls, says they're from Medicare or Social Security, and tells you your account is frozen, or your premium is wrong, or your benefit's about to stop, and they just need to verify your Social Security number or your bank details to fix it. Here is the line that keeps you safe. Memorize it. The real Social Security Administration will never call you out of the blue and demand your number or a payment to keep your benefits. So if that call comes, you hang up. You don't argue, you don't confirm a single digit, you just hang up. Then, if you want to report it, you call the real Social Security fraud line yourself at 1-800-269-0271. That's 1-800-269-0271. Real agencies send letters and let you call them back. Pressure and panic on the phone is the tell. Every time. So here's the full picture, all of it in one place. Your 2026 raise is 2.8%, about $56 on the average check. The standard Medicare Part B premium climbed to $202.90, up $17.90, and that increase alone eats about a third of the average raise. If your benefit is on the lower side, that flat increase takes closer to half because your percentage raise was smaller to begin with. If you're among the very lowest benefits, around $639 or less, the hold-harmless rule protects you from going backward, but your raise is basically gone. And if your income from 2 years ago crossed $109,000 single or $218,000 married, the IRMAA surcharge pushes your premium to $284.10 or higher and erases the raise completely, twice over for couples. To fight back, you read the premium line on your notice, you check your real net at ssa.gov, and if your income has dropped, you file Form ssa-44 to get that surcharge lowered. Quick honest note before you go so we're square. I'm not the Social Security office and I'm not your accountant. This is general information to point you in the right direction, not financial, tax, or legal advice. So run your own numbers against the official links below. If this helped you understand where your raise really went, send it to one person who needs it, a parent, a neighbor, anybody on Medicare, because they almost certainly never got told. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourself.